Reverend Rob Lee. Bold, smart, and straight to the point. This is Tarot with an Attitude.
I love my backdrop music. Makes me dance. My chair hates it when I dance, but anyways. So good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. And you know what? Look who's sitting next to me. My wonderful friend Brigitte from Eyes of the Dragonfly. And yes, you can go to eyesofthedragonfly.com and reach out to Brigitte if you need to. But welcome this Saturday morning. People coming in a little slow, getting things happening. But I see Cynthia is in. Deborah, glad to see you. Mr. Bruce Yachty, welcome. People are coming in. Mainly Mystics is here. Miss Jill, glad you're here. Welcome. Miss Brigitte, what's happening for a Saturday morning for you?
Not too much. Just getting started on my day,
I hear you. We were up a little bit early, got out, had some breakfast, came back. But what I think, and Gillian said she was listening in on our conversation when we were talking about decks and what we're picking and things like that. And she mentioned maybe we ought to talk about, because we looked at a bunch of different decks trying to get whatever spoke to us and called to us,
Yeah.
And folks, that's, somebody asked the question the other night, what's going on? And, how do you do a lot of this stuff? And, Bridget said the same thing I did. A deck's got to talk to you when you think you grab a deck and you start going through it, and all of a sudden it's just not speaking to you. I believe that spirit telling me I need you to move on to something else. I've got a different message. What do you think, Bridget?
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes, I kind of think of, I kind of feel like my decks are sort of sentient, you know what I
Yes.
mean? And sometimes I feel like they're just like, look, I don't want to deal with you today, or I'm not in the mood to deal with you, or we've done our job together for right now. So
Right.
and so I'll try and move on. Like I was telling you over the last couple of weeks or whatever, I have my go-to decks that I've used for eons, and they just are not doing it for me. Like my fairy deck won't even, I can't even get it to flip a card for me. And I did an actual reading for somebody the other day, and I was unhappy with the flow of the reading. They were
Right.
fine to happen, but I was very unhappy. I felt very sort of like I was stopping and going and stunted, and you know what I mean? Like there wasn't flow.
You can't make it flow. It's like talking a different language.
Yeah.
It's really wild. And that's
so,
what.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. I get in my head, I'm going to use this deck. And I feel like spirit put it there, but then I start flipping through the deck. We were talking about before we come on the show, we're always on, a little bit early, not planning so much, but going through decks, different things like that. And then all of a sudden you're like, I really want this deck to work. And I flip a card and you just like, this is a basic question. And I can't make that head nor tails out of it. So, this morning I got up and went, okay, I'm going to go pull this deck. I went through 4 or 5 decks before I landed on where we're at. I knew I wanted something to be a little lighter this morning. So I'm using, finally settled on Tarot, the Magical Forest. And I've got the Oracle cards from Colette Baron Reed, the Enchanted Map. So what did you settle on?
Well, you know me, I always have to have
I've got
6,000 decks. But
yeah.
It's funny. I was laughing when we connected before the show and we started talking about the decks we were picking, because I felt like, well, yeah, I wanted something a little more fun and light. It's a Saturday morning. Let's have a good time. Let's not be so serious, right? Let's just let it flow. So my one deck is the Monstero deck. Can you see it?
Yep, got it.
And then I have my Pookie Cat deck, which is my silly cat and all his friends. And then I have the Trip and Wait tarot, which, because I always have to have.
I love that. I got to pick that deck up. I love the colors, the vibrancy, and everything else.
Yeah, it's very hippie. It's very cool. And when I was going through my flowy, cool hippie phase, I was like, I gotta have that deck. So I grabbed and then I've got the Spirit Animal deck by Colette Barrett Reed. This is an Oracle deck. So
Yeah.
And that's what I got going today, because I got to have those clarifiers. I got to.
Yep, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I bet I've got 15 decks laid out in front of me, so at any time I can grab them and go. But yeah, so I wound up with those, and that's y'all will see whatever. So, Venus, I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, glad to see you. Boom, bangarang. Welcome in, everybody. Man, it's growing. Mr. Bruce, when they say picking from decks, they have 300 plus. That's really funny. They have 300 plus decks to pick from. That's true. It's an addiction.
I have an obscene amount of decks. And that was my other thought. I was like, you have all of these decks. You really, if you're not going to use them, you need to start going through and seeing which ones you like and which ones you don't. And the ones that you don't want, gift them, put them on eBay, whatever it is you're going to do with them. That's what I'm kind of selling myself. But for whatever reason, I started thinking about this Trip and Wait deck, like the day before yesterday. And I was like, I need to pull that out. And so when I went into, because I have my decks everywhere. And then I have a cubby, my thing with all my crystals in it and whatever. And the bottom is shelves with doors. So I went in there because I knew that deck was in there, and I'm like, oh, I got this deck and I got this. What all do I even have in here? So I started, and I'm like, oh, I'll use this one. I'll use this one. But so I just kind of wanted something fun and light for Saturday, because everything doesn't have to be so heavy.
No, it doesn't. And one of the things too, I've gifted a few. I've given you a couple of decks. You've given me decks, things like that. I don't gift out too much. I keep them stored because I had an experience where I had 2 or 3 decks that I never could connect to. And all of a sudden I went through that phase of the decks I've been using. It's like something was telling me. So I'm standing there and these 2 decks popped out at me, and they've been sitting on my shelves for years. Next thing I know, I'm using them like 4 months in a row, just feeding off of it, things like that. And then it went dead. So Spirit, folks, one of the things to learn about tarot, Spirit will move you through decks because they have a special message that is contained differently within the framework or the picture, the portrait that's contained on those tarot decks, because they're all different, but the base meanings are all the same. So if anybody's got a question, let me know. Here we go. And Pookie Cat here. Everybody look right here. Gillian's putting everything down for us so y'all can see where they're at and know what decks we're using. So we're going to get this party started. Nobody's asking a question right away, but I thought, Bridget, we might start with, we have July coming right around the corner. Okay. And July is the number 7. All right. 7, we all know, kind of know. Go ahead, Jill, put your question in. And when we see it come up or whatnot, Gillian will get it to us. It's one of those things, though, where July is the number 7. And think about the 7 in all the decks. All right, 6, we were supposed to be putting things in motion. We're breaking out, breaking through. Now we're coming into 7. Don't be into such a rush is the way I take a 7. Look at what's going on. Give thanks. Analyze. Check. This is a month of coming up, of making sure, actions you put in are working, or do you need to change some things or whatnot. So I thought we might go ahead and talk about what's happening in in the clan and the tribe's life coming up in July. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
All right, sounds good.
Jump in.
Absolutely, Alyssa. Absolutely, just type your question in. And my wife's in here she's the producer of the show. Here's Angie there, and she will make sure that we get the question. Yachty's here, Bridget, and saying, driving to Luli's swim class. Mass once my interview is scheduled. Will I ace my interview, please and thank you? Yachty, what I am picking up right out of the gate, and Bridget, if you want to go to a pendulum or whatnot, relax. I'm just picking up. Be you, that whole thing, the whole theme of all this that's going on. Pendulum, will you work with me today? Pendulum, I was shaking. Will you work with me today? Yes. Okay. So will Yachty ace her interview? I'm getting a solid yes, but I'm also picking up, Bridget, tell me what you think, because I can't really, it looks like yours might be going in a circle.
Mine's actually, well, yeah, it's sort of vacillating. It's circle, 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 no, circle, circle. So I think it, for me, it's.
Don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Don't try to read into what you think. You can do this, but be you. Be natural. Don't, Yachty, what I'm really picking up here is that's how you're going to ace the interview. Answer the question. If there's something you don't know, say, you know what? That's a great question. I don't know that answer, but I know we can, you know, I can find the person to give me the answer. Don't force it. What do you got there, Bridget?
It's the Four of Swords.
Four of Swords.
So I think basically it's, yeah, sort of just sit back, chill, relax, rest, do a little bit of meditation, and don't sweat it. Yeah, definitely. Just try not to sweat it. Just roll with and be you and be natural.
Go with the flow. The Knave of Wands I've got here. I'll put it down here so people can see it. The Knave of Wands. All right. The Page of Wands. Be passionate. But what this is saying is whenever I see the page or knaves, different things like that, I want you to understand they come with a great push forward, but they always come with a warning too about don't get so wrapped up in trying to be perfect. All right. Just be you and move forward. Know that you've got it. Spirit's got your back, and just answer with the flow. You know how I'm always telling people when you're trying to talk to spirit or when you're praying, whatever it is you're meditating, everybody wants to be all articulate and all like one of those old men praying in a church that does these fantastical prayers. You know what spirit wants? Hi, good morning. How are you? Thank you for being with me today. Talk to spirit and understand, and that's how spirit wants you to talk to other people. Man, when I'm working with people in the call center business or in other things, and they come to me like, I don't get it. Stop putting on what I call that call center voice. Oh, hi. Welcome to, be you. Be you, be natural. That's what people want, and that's what people really are drawn to. So, Yachty, that's what I've got. Bridget is kind of right there is what I'm saying. So, relax. Chill out. You're going to be fine, okay? Things are happening. You're following this. You're getting the options, and all that's good for you. All right? Wow, people starting to pop in. Bridget, Venus, what do I need to know? All right. So,
see what Venus needs to know.
Let's see what Venus needs to know. So I'm being told to pop over here to the Enchanted Map Oracle and go from there. So we might just throw one of these down. All right, Venus. It is good to see you. All right. What do I need to know?
7 of Pentacles I got. So, what you need to know is that you should be working what you got in front of you. Try and grow and reap whatever it is that you're out looking for. Because you've got something, you're working on something. So keep your focus there. Don't get sidetracked. And Queen of Pentacles too. So definitely financially, I mean, are you, Venus, working on some kind of business thing or trying to get a loan or something? If you are, I would say 8 of Pentacles. It's coming. Just keep working on it. Don't give up hope. And I've got the 9 of Cups. So whatever it is you're working on, it's good. Just stay with it. Don't give it up. Don't walk away from it.
That's really cool. And when I show you these cards, it's going to be kind of It's going to be great. Here's what I need you to know. Here's what Spirit is giving me for you. I'm going to bring this up. So from the enchanted map, we got the Dragon's Lair. And you know when Bridget was saying, just be careful, keep moving forward? This is talking about basically using your intuition. You know when something's wrong. You know when something doesn't feel right. And it's time for you to be heavy into that. Don't be afraid, but listen to your gut. And if you're into something that you don't know or you don't understand, ask for help. Listen very carefully. I think this is going to be very huge for you, and we will find out what's going on. All right. So, Bangarang, let me know how that resonated. Tell us what's going on, okay? Hold on a minute. I'm getting waved down by the boss. Okay. All right. All right. Hold on. Somebody said I'm very loud. I don't know. All right. This is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. So that I'm not going to go through and do a bunch of adjustments right now. That just can't happen. So there we are. That's what I have for you, Venus. So bang right. All right. Let's see what's going on. All right. Alyssa, here we go. Alyssa, just a general reading. Okay. Well, let's see what we got here. You know what? I'm feeling, I don't know why. I know why. I didn't say our prayer this morning.
I just was thinking that.
I'm feeling like discombobulated, like I'm really reaching in. It just hit me, you know? So our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, the divine mother, the divine feminine, that one and the same, everything, the all. First off, thank you for being here. Thank you for being with us. Help me to open my mind. Something's going on. It's a little jumbled. I'm trying to do this and not allowing you to do it. Please pour through me. Let me hear your spirit. Let me hear your words and not mine. So mote it be. Thank you. All right. That was, wow. That just hit me in the face. Like this whole, you know, everything's just kind of coming in. So there are messages out here. I want everybody to be ready. Okay. Because that meant there was something going on that something doesn't want you to hear. Okay. But we got it. And Spirit stepped in very loud and strong and slapped me upside the head. Okay. So that's one of the things. So Alyssa is looking for a general reading. Okay.
So while you shuffle, I was shuffling while you were doing your prayer. So I got the Seven of Cups and the Four of Cups. So I think what's happening here is you are not you're not paying attention to, like, you're shirking what's being offered to you, and I feel like you need to let some people in to give you some assistance in whatever it is you're doing. Yeah, I think that you're sort of like ambivalent, and you're not really seeing the forest for the trees. So and there's people there who want to share with you, who want to get together with you. So my animal spirit card was the whale spirit, and it's trust a great mystery. So you've got to let people in, let people help you, and have faith, I think, a little more in what's going on in your space, in your life. You know, as much as we like to believe, and believe me, I am one of those people who's like, I don't need anybody. I don't need nothing from nobody, nowhere. I think
not you.
No, not me. Don't worry, I'll carry this refrigerator in myself.
Yeah.
No, yeah. But I think that a little bit of that is what's going on. So just the people close to you, just be a little more open, be a little more letting them into your space and trying to give you a hand. Sometimes it's hard for us to do that.
It is. And wait do you see what I've got here? Okay. So using the Magical Force Tarot, the first thing that came up is the Magician.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, yeah, see, that blends in. You have everything you need to succeed. You've been given everything, but you are kind of blinded. There's some fear or something keeping you from making decisions on the mental level, on that conscious level. It's okay. The 9 of Wands, it's okay to feel beat up. All right. But once you feel beat up, you got to stand back up and realize there is a gift out there. And this is just what Bridget was saying. There's somebody out there to help you, to assist you, and to aid you, but you have to let them in. There are people that genuinely care about you, and you might need to listen for a little bit and allow that to happen. Don't be so stubborn, okay? It's one of those things. Now, when I went to the Enchanted Tarot, the devil is in the details. Details, details, details. Look at this card. There's time, there's direction, there's knowledge, almost everything that you need to be concerned with. But remember, you're tiring, and some of this is what's getting you tired. You're overthinking, you're trying to figure every angle out or whatnot. You know what? Give it a rest, sit down, take a break, get ready to get back up and go, but rely on some people that are close to you that you know have your back. And that's going to take that off. When you look at the 43, the 4 is that contemplation, that complacency, that place. The 3 is about creating something. But look at all the 7s we've been getting today, Bridget. And we talked about 7 this morning. 4 and 3 together is 7. This is one of those cards where it's saying you have to stop, sit back, look, listen. And what I want you to do is count on the people that you know care about you. All right. Get their counsel and things will work out. Bang around. All right. Wow. Okay. Yeah, much better. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Yeah. Things are gelling now. Things are good. Things are good. So having a good time, whatnot. And folks, that's another thing about reading tarot. When something's not jiving, don't force it. Okay? Do not force it, because a lot of times there's something in the messages you're still getting. Okay? Change decks, do whatever. But I have sat there, Bridget, I know you've been there too, where you're doing a reading and the person is just like a stone. You can't get anything out of them. They're not acknowledging, they're not anything. And we're fighting to make some sense out of this. And then you get done and you're like, look, that's the best I can do. Oh, you were dead on. You're like, okay, thank you, because none of it made any sense to us.
You spiritually pulling your hair out, right?
Yeah.
Picking up guides. What's going on? Make a better connection, right? And there you go. And in reality, it's like, oh yeah, it rang true. I just want to tell Wolf, if you have a question, just type it in and we'll get to it. And that way we can, we'll see it as it goes through the flow. They were asking. So.
Gotcha. Jill from Mainly Mystics. I'm curious, not having a storefront and clients want in-person readings, do you all ever meet people out in public? If so, do you have suggestions for me? Thank you. Bridget, I'll let you go first and then I'll follow up, or if you want me to go first, I don't care on that.
I can go. Jill, I pay for Zoom so I can do a face-to-face reading like this over the computer. As a female, I am really hard pressed to go meet strange people anywhere, even if it's at a Starbucks, not if I don't have other people with me. And if I'm doing a one-on-one reading, I don't want to drag my husband along to stand over me as a protector. You know what I mean? So I use Zoom. I pay the $15.99 a month for, I'm not limited to 30 minutes. I can do it for however long I want, and we can talk. If I know you personally, or a friend of mine vouches for you personally, I'll go meet you, or I will go do like festivals and you can sit with me in person there. But a complete stranger, I'm not gonna go meet them anywhere. So I would be, as a woman talking to another woman, I would caution against that 100%, unless you know there are going to be people sitting in that place watching you and making sure that when you leave, you're going to be all right.
And I can't agree more with that. You have to be careful, even from a guy's perspective. And a lot of times it's women more than anything. I have to be careful about meeting even at a Starbucks, which I do, or someplace I'm comfortable with. 2 or 3 things to remember. Sometimes you get a bleed of all the energies around you if you're in with too many people. Just like here, we've talked about that bleed over or double messages coming through. The other thing, from a guy's point, I have to be careful about somebody accusing me of something and I didn't do it.
Yeah.
My safety's not so much, but my ethical safety, yeah, I got to be careful. So I do try to limit, if I see them, come to a Zoom, come to this, or if I'm meeting them somewhere, I will take my wife with me or whatnot. She'll sit at the next table or something like that. But I don't ever meet somebody of the opposite sex that's not totally out in the open in a place that I know with security cameras, that I can be accused of or whatnot. This gets back to that following your gut, following your intuition. What does it feel? Where do you do? You're right. Jill, you tell me you want me to meet one of your friends or something. They're in the area. We come together. That's all fine. But again, in today's world, Zoom, whatnot, they don't have to have the paid version of Zoom. Tell me you want a meeting, I'll slap it up and we'll go. Is the energy better in person? Well, of course, because I can do that. The other suggestion is find a juju shop. That's what Brigitte and my wife and I call them. Okay. That has open reading spaces. Okay. And sometimes they will let you come in and do a reading for somebody. You may have to either cut them in, or B, at least they have a shot of getting a customer through the door that might buy something on the way in or on the way out. But check those options out available. And I know up in the area you're at, there's not a lot there. But unfortunately, in today's world, safety is paramount. It's key.
Really be
and there's got to be some things. It's kind of like, when you're trying to work with somebody and they keep trying to get everything free. I do a lot for free. Okay. The only thing I ask, come here, let me do it. If you really want an in-depth reading, at some point, there's got to be an even exchange of energy, and they have to meet you and say, okay, let me get on Zoom or do whatever. And I swear that's just the basic way, because you have to be careful anymore from any side of it. So yes, sometimes would that be the short answer, but not a lot. I'll send you a Zoom link.
Cynthia, I would just say, let's do our first one over Zoom or StreamYard or whatever. Or not Cynthia, I'm sorry. Jill. Sorry. I'm reading and talking at the same time. But I would say, well, I just don't meet people right off the bat. Let's do one, even if you want to give them like a free 15-minute, and then you can get the feel for them. If they give you a bad vibe, it's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to meet you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just,
she asked a good question. What about a conference room in a library? We were raised at our age that libraries were safe spaces. They're not anymore. And you have to be very careful because of what's going on in the parking lot, different things or whatnot. I would also say, don't close the door. Okay. You're not going to be loud anyways. You're going to be talking. You got to keep. And if you're going to meet somebody, now here's where the old cop and the old safety stuff comes out. You be the closest one to the door. If you're going to meet them, you be able to get if they say, well, I need to sit next to the door. No, then you need to meet me on Zoom and get up and leave. So just all that needs to be taken care of. Who's around, who's witnessing, who's seeing, who's there if you yell. And in today's world, what I worry about, especially for women, is if you yell, not everybody's going to come running.
Yeah, not people aren't going to help. I got to tell you, here in downtown Orlando, the main big library is really it's a place where our huge homeless community goes to stay warm or to keep cool. And they do a really good job of sort of policing any ne'er-do-wells, right? But you still never know who's in there. But I'm not saying it's unsafe, but if you're going to do something like that, what I would do is, like, I would text Bruce, I'm here, it's 10:05, and then I would text him when I'm leaving, it's 11:05. Just stuff like that. I had to have my car towed once, and I literally texted him every street we passed on the way to dropping the car off to the shop. I'm like, all right, we're passing OBT, we're passing this, we're passing that, because I don't know who this guy in this truck is. I don't know who these people are. There's nothing stopping him from taking a right into some swampy area. I mean, not that I'm like, but there's crazy people out there. So,
yeah. And some of them are not just crazy. There is a serious mental illness issue. Right. And man, let me tell you something. I've been in some situations, and I know Brigitte has, where people were getting angry because they didn't like the reading.
Right.
And, especially when you tell them, when they say what's going on, and you go, well, who's the third party in your relationship? Oh no, they start and they get mad. Okay. Then they call you back 6 months later and go, he was cheating on me, blah, blah, blah. It's one of those things. This is a very emotional thing. So the first and foremost thing is to protect yourself. Okay. It's hard. So you're going to have to find a safe place, find a restaurant that you can, is going to be good, going to be safe, things like that. But the Zoom thing in today's world, everybody can drop a Zoom right on their phone. Okay. There's no excuse not to, until you get to know them and everything else to find out. And then I strongly remind you, just because they present one way on Zoom doesn't mean they're that way in real life. So this is just a huge safety precaution. We're trying to let people know when you're going to start reading. Other people, I've done readings, they're like, come on over to my house. Again, leery, just things like that. You have to be careful, folks. It's one of those things. Spirit wants you to use that high priestess, that knowledge. Okay. You have knowledge. All right. Because if Spirit was going to completely protect you at all times and not let anybody get hurt, all right, we're still expected to use our common sense. All right. That was given to us. And we wouldn't have people being hurt. Okay. And that's just something, because life rolls. Like, Spirit lets life happen. Things happen? Maybe it's your turn to learn. Oh, I can't be too trusting. All right. Maybe fear or whatnot. So yeah, just be safe. That's whatever the safest thing in the world is for you. That's what you do. Okay. All right. Wow. Great question. Great question. I love it when people ask those kind of questions. All right. So we have CJ. May I have a general message? Thank you. Absolutely. And here I go again. I'm going to a different deck. I am just going to, I'm being told to move on. This was my desire, not Spirit's. So I am going back to where I started. All right. I have a general message. This is where I was going to go today. And you know what? Brigitte, help me. You know how that is. When you grab one, you think that's it, and then all of a sudden you're like, no. And
so I grabbed my because I'm shuffling this deck, but I grabbed my animal card, and it's Koala Spirit, and it says Spirit
I love it.
A plan. So I'm saying to you, focus in on your intuition, and if you look at this card, you can see his little third eye there, and he's just, he's getting his download. So definitely, I think you should focus on your intuition. You're up in your head. about something. I got a 9 of Swords here. So what is it
Ooh.
that's plaguing you? I think, you're stressed, like losing sleep. Wow, now I understand the spirit has a plan for you. Whatever you're stressing about, I think you definitely need to tune in to your gut. 2 of Cups. So are you stressing about a relationship? Could be business, could be romantic, it could be you're fighting with your mom, your kid, whatever. So I'm looking at an 8 of Swords, and you feel like you can't get out of there. Wow. Wow. And you got the 6 of Swords. You look at a bust out, but I think you need to get in deep. And I think you need to really listen to what your gut's telling you, because whatever's happening here is eating you alive.
Yep. I'm only pulling 2 cards. And ironically, the cards are the Hierophant, which is talking about get organized. All right. Get your thoughts organized, get things happen. But now is not a time to be coloring outside of the box. Stay with structure. Stay with what you know. Stay with organization. That is type of thing. Because this Ace of Swords is here to say, we got a new way of communicating and a new way to think about something. So I feel like and we have the Empress is the other card. All right. So you're creating something. Something's wanting to be created. And you might be trying to go a little off base. Stay, like I said, stay with the tried and true. Know what's going on. You're just going to have to think about this in a new way and communicate differently. Once you can do that, the Empress is there to say, then I can create. But I think Bridget hit it right on the head, particularly with this Ace of Swords. You are 2 in your head, okay? And you are making things more difficult. You're overthinking it, overanalyzing it. Stop, come back, wipe the table off, say, okay, I'm going to start over.
Yeah.
And what are the basics? Sit back. Remember, we're in the month of 7. Analyze, look, all right? And that's what's saying. If you will step back and take a look, the Hierophant steps back, looks at the whole picture, and then you're able to see the communication problems, things like this. This sitting back, waiting. Don't be jumping to judgment is what Spirit just poured into my head. Stop. Look at it. You'll be able to find a new way to think of it. You'll be able to find a new way to communicate about it, and you'll be able to create something really, really cool. That's what I got. Okay.
Well,
so
as I was shuffling, my Empress popped out too, and then half the deck fell on the floor. That's a message in itself.
I hear you. Wolf, you're up next. But I was telling somebody the other night, we were talking about shuffling, Bridget, and you weren't on the show. And I mentioned you.
I was listening, and
okay.
I cussed you out because I shuffled just fine. Thank you very much.
Oh, but you do that thing where they fall out, right?
I pop out when I shuffle.
Yeah, you let them fall out. And I think it was Cleve the other night that was saying, hey, help me understand what we do. And folks, how you shuffle is how you shuffle. I had somebody tell me the first time I did one of those poker shuffles, where you flip the cards up like this, and then you do that. Oh, you're disrespecting the deck. You're doing everything else. You know what? For me, that's actually therapeutic because I grew up playing poker as a Baptist preacher's kid. And whenever I get my hands on a deck of cards, it was very therapeutic just to shuffle, whether I was playing or not. Yeah. So it's how I learned to shuffle, and it's how I know I can get a better shuffle. Other people like Bridget shuffles differently. My wife, that's what I was saying, hand over hand or whatnot, but something just flew out.
Yeah, that's hard because you judging me and how I do my job.
Not judging you. No. I'm telling everybody it's okay.
That's not what Spirit says, okay? I'm just saying.
All right. So now y'all see what Bridget and I do when we're, it gets worse, folks. It does get worse.
No
That's words and everything else.
Yeah. We're not swearing.
So, what's that?
I said we're not swearing. We're not turning everything into a sexual innuendo or making a song out of it. One or the other.
That's true. That's true. Wolf wants to know, does Spirit have a message for me? Spirit always has a message. And here's something I would ask people to do. Did you wake up this morning, say good morning to Spirit, good morning to your guides, good morning to your angels, and say, what's the message for me today? And then sit your ass down and listen. Pull a deck of cards, ask, things like that. You can find that out. Spirit is always there. Spirit is always trying to communicate with you. All right. But it's up to us to open that line of communication. So, Wolf. All right. Does Spirit have a message for me? Here we go. I'll go first this time, Bridget. All right. And let's see what we got here. Boom. Let's go here. I've already cut the deck, shuffled and cut the deck. All right. So we have the Four of Swords. I don't read reverse on the show because it's just a pain in the butt with the cameras. All right. But the Four of Swords is talking about, you know what? I was just told you got this card reverse, read it reverse. The Four of Swords reverse. All right. Normally this card is saying take a break. Okay. What I'm getting, Wolf, is that Spirit is telling you you've taken a long enough break. Okay. It's time for you to get up and to move towards whatever it is that you're thinking about and communicating about. It's time to get back in the fight. All right. Whatever this is, you've thought about it. Take a break, but you can't take this break too long. We have, oh, look here. That would make sense. The moon. The moon comes out. This is what I call the true intuition card. The moon is there. We have a wild side and we have a docile side, a tame side, and we're trying to get through it. And the moon comes out to try to highlight things for you to see. But the moon comes out at night. So you need to understand when you're going through a problem, the moon is saying you have to revert to that intuition and listen to what you need to be able to complete the task you're trying to complete. That's very important. And then finally, we have the Five of Coins. And this came up reversed. So the Five of Coins reversed. You're kind of still looking for guidance when you know what to do. All right. Whether you believe it or not, what I'm really picking up here for you, get up, use your intuition, trust in yourself. Okay. Know who you are, and you will be able to bring this into fruition, things like this, really big. It's very huge. Bridget?
Yeah, it's funny because I wish I had one of these downward cameras because Wolf, when I was shuffling, 5 cards fell out all at once. So, and it's the Two of Coins, the King of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Five of Pentacles. And so what I'm seeing is you are focusing too much on what you don't have, what you've lost. And you're really in a good position. And the King of Swords is telling me to tell you, look, get your thoughts together, get it together, because everything is good. You've got collaboration, you've got, bounty, harvest, you've got everything you need right here in this 9, almost into your 10. So what are you waffling about? What's happening in your world that's got you stuck here and focusing on this loss and sadness instead of this abundance and friendship and celebration and collaboration. And again, funny enough, I pulled the Ant Spirit, which says time to collaborate. So you definitely need to reach out to your group, your core group. You need to get out of here and start talking to people and let them pull you out of whatever it is you're sort of mired in at the moment. Because you've got it. It's there and it's available to you. You're just kind of choosing right now not to step out of it. And I know that I'm probably not wording that correctly, but because nobody wants to sit in in this energy. You know, nobody really wants to choose to sit in that energy. I just think that you're not seeing the bigger picture, and you need to reach out. You need to reach out to people, your group, your clan, whatever, and let them sort of lift you up.
I think you worded that very well. It's hard. It's trippy, because that's what I'm getting is there's been enough time wasted.
Right.
Time to pull it together. Know your power. Know who you are. Have faith in yourself and move forward on this, on whatever it is you're trying to do. Because I noticed when Bridget was showing some of the cards, we had some of the same cards, and that's really kind of cool. You know, one of the things I've got here is I'm gonna show this one. I went to my spirit song. Someone told me to pull an animal and to use this one. And I got the Queen of Shells. All right. And we have the seal here. This is about emotion, peace, and compassion. So what I'm telling you is, or what Spirit's telling me to tell you, is it's time to have some peace and compassion, maybe even on yourself. Okay. Let some things go. Have compassion. Let it take in. Don't keep judging yourself, and move forward. And some things are going to happen really, really well for you. So that's what I got, you know? So bangarang. Good to see you, Wolf. Glad you're here, and glad everybody's coming in on a Saturday morning. We appreciate it. And see what's happening here. Jasmine Romero. What do my spirit guides? I'm going to stop right here. Everybody, make sure if you're new, you're hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button. And if you can at the end, share the show. Just hit share. It's all we ask. You're good, and we'll do everything we can for you. What do my spirit guides want me to know about this current moment and this relationship with my ex-friend Destiny? Okay. Keyword in there, ex-friend. All right. If something's nagging at you to bring this relationship back, you have to explore that and say, what is it? Is it your personal thing that you miss her? Or is Spirit trying to say, this was overdone and it's time to put some things back together? So we're going to take a look at this. What to know about this current moment and this relationship with my ex-friend, Destiny. All right. So, Bridget, if you get something, just go ahead.
Yeah, I just dumped the Page of Pentacles. So it seems to me like, you know, your ex-friend Destiny is maybe a little immature, not very reliable, maybe financially unstable, not quite having it all together yet. And I'm trying to shuffle to see if I can clarify that and how that's going to affect you. Intuitively, without the cards, I'm thinking, or I'm hearing that if Destiny's reaching out to you, she needs something. She's looking for something, whether it's financial or she needs something from you. Yeah, Two of Swords, Five of Cups. So definitely there's something that she's looking for from you, without a doubt. And you have to make a decision on whether or not you want to reconnect and take that chance. But I do believe, yeah, because she's not seeing what's behind her, most definitely. What do you got, Rob?
Ironically, the first card up was the King of Cups. And what I really picked up here is it's time for you to be the emotionally mature one. Okay. It's time for you to take control of this and get your emotions under control about this situation. Don't let emotions run everything. We have the Two of Wands. Somebody's looking for some direction. Okay. They're lost and they're spiritually lost. And there might be more to what happened between you and them than what you know. So stay emotionally, keep your emotions, and be more observant. The Three of Wands, exercise patience. This is going to be something. It's about taking action, but you've already done some things. Be patient. Let some things happen. Let some things, go on that note. This patience thing, I've got the Page of Cups. Pages are always like that. Like I said, they come up with that double warning, be passionate, be going. Do you love them? Do you miss them? Then it's time for you not to be childish and pick up the phone and go, hey, was this big enough that somebody has to accept guilt or blame? Or can you put it past? That's what best friends are for, okay? Is down the road, Mr. Bruce and I, Miss Brigitte and I, we've had our disagreements, all right? But because we love each other, you know what? I was able to look at Bruce on a couple of things and go, sorry, I was an asshole. Doesn't matter whether I thought I was or not. His value to me as my friend means more to me than winning an argument. Is that making sense? Okay. And that's what the Page of Cups will do. They will let you get so emotional about a topic, you will allow a friendship to escape. So what's going on with you on this? What is happening? What I've got here is the Three of Cups. This is all around emotion. Whatever is happening here is all around emotion. And you know what? This is saying it might be time. I'm going to let you tell me, okay? And you don't have to tell me. We're just talking here. I want you to ask yourself. You tell yourself, is it time to find a new group of friends? Okay. Or is it time for you and your friends to grow up a little bit? That's going to be it. You need friends. We all need friends. Okay. We don't need tons of them. The world is telling you need 55,000 friends. I got more friends than you got, when most people don't even know what the word friendship actually means. Okay. I was raised with the idea that at the end of your life, if you can count your true friends that stood beside you, no matter what, on one hand, you are a very rich person. Okay. So that's what you have to realize. And that Three of Cups is saying you have these. Y'all don't throw this away over some emotional thing. Okay. That's going to be it. And finally, we have the Lovers. Reach out. Okay. If this is a commitment. And when I see the Lovers cards, a lot of people go right into the romantic. Guess what? No. In the Fool's journey with the Lovers, the Fool meets the love of his life. But he's so committed to the love of his life, and she's so committed to the love of her life, they both know they have a journey and they have to let each other go. That they'll come together later. And what I'm figuring out here is this a commitment to a friendship? Do you need to stop, sit down, talk, give it everything, and then you can make a decision on what to do and walk away or hug with a clear mind and conscience? That's what I got.
Yeah, I pulled 2 animal cards.
Okay.
The seahorse spirit, which is watch and wait, and the skunk spirit, which is know your worth. So that all falls in line with what you were saying, right? Just,
Yep.
Be cautious, but, also know that, you have worth in this also. Like, don't get wrapped up. Don't be manipulated in your emotions.
Yeah. Yeah. It's time to be the bigger person in this. Okay. And that's the best way I can put it. I think that was it. That was awesome. So Jasmine, there you go. All right. Bang right. Heidi, may I have a reading on my health, please? Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Here we go. That vibration is, I forgot to turn the vibrate off of my phone, and it's laying here on my desk.
My watch keeps buzzing me.
We're popular. We're popular. Everybody wants to talk to you and me. Just not anybody we want to talk to. All right. Heidi.
Camera.
Bridget, I'm going to do something here too, if you don't mind. I'm going to try. Obviously, there's something Heidi's worried about with her health. All right. So no matter what, Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Raphael, I demand that you bring your angels of healing, of love, and comfort to this person. Swarm them so that they know you are near. Have Heidi, I want you to reach out. Feel the energy that is around you. You will feel things moving. This energy is shifting. Raphael is bringing not just himself, but angels to you to help you understand you are not alone in this and to find out what's going on. Raphael, we're saying heal what needs to be healed and make movement for Heidi. So mote it be. All right, there we go. So let's get this started. All right, here I go again.
So,
This is going to be one of those days.
yeah.
You'll never guess which deck I'm going for.
The sun
You
and moon?
know.
Is it the sun and moon? Yeah.
No, the
Oh, the
Archangel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Archangel. All right. Here we go.
I keep dumping like clumps of cards at a time. Look at I wish I had an outward camera. No, look at this. Like I can't read all those cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I take all those cards.
I hear you. So Heidi, here we go. I'll get started while you're getting yours together. All right. This is very interesting for the first card up. The Queen of Ariel. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Practical and wise advice. What I'm getting here is it's time for you to make sure you're taking care of you.
Yeah.
This is Ariel. She is there about the tangible, the real world, the life, your physical body. Okay. And what Queen is saying is mature, practical, generous, and happy. I'm picking up that things are going to be fine, but you have to take care of you. Self-care at this point and whatever's going on is massively important. We have the sun here. Things are going to be okay. It's going to come out. Archangel Uriel is here saying life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. Don't get so worried about your health where you're actually generating negative and becoming self-fulfilling prophecies. Okay. I'm really picking up that you're okay, but it's time to take care of you. Take care of yourself. And I know that may be hard, but the sun is going to come out and light your way and things are going to be fine. Here we are with the 6 of Ariel again. So Ariel is saying we are talking about in this real world, material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. I bet you didn't expect some big ugly guy this morning to summon a team of angels to your side. These are there. They're happening. Raphael is the king of love and comfort and healing. All right. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. This is very important to you that you understand. Also to understand that the 6 is breaking through to victory, coming through a hard time and being victorious. All right. So I have 6 of Gabriel. All right. Congratulations. You've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, award scholarships, promotions, whatever it may be. Gabrielle is the one. She's that fire. She is that what's going on in your driving point. You're able to declare victory over it. So make sure you understand you have a whole fleet of angels around you. It's time to see it positively. Take care of yourself. Tell other people they got to wait for a while. Once you take care of yourself, you'll be able to come back. All right.
Yeah. It's funny. My cards kind of ring the same. I've got the Hierophant, the Hangman, and the 7 of Wands. So
wow.
I'm getting and then also Whale Spirit, which is Trust the Mystery. So I'm getting a good vibe of you need to protect yourself and look at things from a different way. But also draw on your education, what you know, and be real diligent about any choices you have to make, because you need to choose you. You need to choose you. You need to go in, you need to make the choice. So whatever's happening in your life, you need to shift how you're seeing it onto you, not the people around you, not your kids, your husband, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your job. This is about you and what's happening with you. And you need to protect yourself. You need to absolutely, guard yourself and be and take care of you. Go in and just change your focus to yourself, because people outside you are going to they're not where you need to be right now.
No.
You should be taking care of yourself. And then I got the whale spirit again, which is trust the great mystery. So in this instance, I take that as, we can't always know what's going to happen. So we just have to do what's best for us,
I love the way you put that. That's awesome. Nothing more to be said. Bang around. All right. So good luck. Let us know, Heidi. Keep us in the loop of what's going on. We'll be back on Monday night, 8:30. Okay. And be reading cards again. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday was just something we said, hey, let's throw a Saturday morning show out there for people that are on a different timeline or whatnot. But Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8:30, you can always find us here. All right. So we've got B. Hey, happy Saturday. What can I expect for me this weekend? I love it. I love it. All right. Here we go. All right. I'm staying with this deck. And I feel comfortable about
it. The Archangel deck?
Yeah.
It's the old reliable, right? Sometimes.
Yeah, it's one of them, and it is. It's sometimes. That's why I keep so many decks right here, because if all of a sudden somebody asks me a question and I've got like 3 decks I've said I'm going to use, but another deck catches my eye, there's a reason that deck caught my eye. And so a lot of times that's when I'll flip over and say, okay, let's go to that one. I've been through so many decks this morning. I'm going to have to spend a half hour cleaning my desk.
Yeah.
So, all right, here we go.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
4 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, 3 of Cups. So.
Very interesting.
Yeah. You got something coming at you really quick. Be open to it. This 4 of Pentacles is kind of like my card of being stingy, whether it's with money or your time or your emotions or yourself. You've got something fun happening, something good. Maybe some people coming in.
Yes, buddy, she does. I can't wait to show you my card.
This is my 3 of Cups. So you've got something good coming on, and it's coming quick. So maybe, within the next couple of hours, be open to it. I think what I'm getting is it's going to sound crazy. It's going to be something that you're not expecting, or maybe something you would never even consider, but it's going to be put in front of you fast, and you're going to have a blast doing it. And I've got the dog spirit card. So yeah, go have fun. Go get that, get that stick, do whatever it is that
Chase the ball.
Chase that ball. Yeah, whatever it is you're going to be doing, be open to it. Have fun, because you never know what you're going to find.
And a lot of times, Bridget, when the dog comes up, any dog, I see, I really get loyalty there. And one of the things people have to remember is be loyal to themselves, as well as other people. And loyalty anything can be to a fault. Okay. And you have to be careful about that. So let me show you what I got, and you're going to crack up. Okay. So the first card is the Fool, the leap of faith. Okay. Archangel Metatron, one of my guardian angels. All right. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. But one of the things the Fool or leap of faith is saying you can't let fear stop you. Now, what Brigitte said about something coming at you quickly, fast, could even be today. Knight of Gabrielle. Confident. And this is that fire. This is the Wands. Knight of Gabrielle. Confident, enthusiastic, courageous, charismatic. Time to take action. Don't snooze on this, okay? When you see it, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. Listen to your gut. Listen to that fire, and it's okay to dive. Don't worry about everybody else. Your true friends, they got your back and they'll understand. If they're saying, what'd you do? What'd you do? What'd you do? They're not your true friends. Don't worry about them. Okay? It's time to worry about this for you and not to be afraid of it. Finally, we have the ace of Ariel, and there's Ariel again in the real world. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support, a change in job or promotion. She is saying you have new resources coming to you very quickly. We're asking about this weekend. Look at some, play the lottery. I don't know where you're at. I'm not saying you're going to win it, but any opportunity I had at this point and I saw, hey, here's somebody saying do this, do that, check it out and don't be afraid of it, okay? Because there's opportunity coming your way and resources are going to come to you that you didn't even know were available. That's what I have. All right?
Looks like you're going to have a good weekend, B.
Yeah. We want your address, your phone number, and you're throwing the party next weekend.
Can you put those lotto numbers in the chat?
Yeah.
Mega Millions,
Absolutely.
300 million this week. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You got some numbers floating around your head? Just put them in the chat. We'd be all right.
You know what I'm guilty of?
I'm 300 million. It's like, boom, nothing.
I am very guilty of. We've got lotto tickets from like 3 weeks ago sitting right there. And, I keep thinking, we laugh, we make a joke of it. And Mary's like, why don't you check your tickets? While I've got them, I'm a millionaire. I can spend it in my head. I can buy you and Bruce, the condo and give all of your kids a floor. And we have the condo next door, all that while I haven't. But once I cash them in, then I have to go buy more tickets to be a millionaire again. It's all in your thought, but it's that time. And what's funny is I've told Gillian, we're going to win. I feel it. I've almost see it like a memory that we've done this, but I don't play. And that spirit going, hey, stupid, you can't, that's that taking action I'm always on. So
Bruce
we will go out and buy some lottery tickets today.
Bruce, we're always like, oh, we got to get lotto. And then, the draw comes and goes and, we forget or, I've got 3 tickets that I need to cash in. They're little winners, like, $12, $4, $6, sitting in the kitchen for, I don't know, it's got to be a month now. I got to go cash them in and get new tickets, but we either leave the house without them or we forget to stop off.
Absolutely.
Set it
so yeah. Don't, and that's funny. A lot of times people are manifesting. They're saying, I want this, I want that, I want this. But they're not taking the steps to fulfill their own dreams. And some of these steps don't have to be big. You got to do something. Just start taking the action. Action is required for manifestation. It's, right. It's very simple. Let's find out what's going on. So bang around on that. So here we go. One more. We're going to call this it. But Miss Erica Williams, are there any messages for me? All right. Here we go.
I wasn't shuffling while we were talking. Very nice.
All right. Erica, are there any messages for me? Erica Williams, here we go. Y'all will hear me repeat it and say names because I'm just trying to make sure that I'm putting the right energy into the right person, different things or whatnot, because my brain, believe it or not, I can get sidetracked in thought real quick. And Erica's wanting to know, are there any messages for me? So here we go. All right. I will go ahead and start this one, Miss Bridget.
Go ahead. Sorry, I'm still I wasn't I just shuffled while you were.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Ace of Michael. I love the Michael cards. Now, this is air. This is your thought. This is communication. And we're not talking about subconscious thought, emotions. We're talking about conscious thought, things you think, things you say, how you speak your world. A wonderful new idea. Listen to this. This might even be for B as well. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. This is something you've got going on can be very successful, but you have to clear up the way you're speaking about it or the way people are comprehending it. No hints, no putting feelers out. Be very direct. We'll find out. Look here, new beginnings. Erica, this is strong. So if you've got some idea that you're toying with, I'm saying it's time to take action. Starting a new life, finding your purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. We take a look. One of these things is about, think about this when we die and we move on. What do we do first? We were told we take a review of our life and see what happens. But then at that point, we're new. We've become new. One of the things about the new beginnings is that relationship with yourself, with spirit, with God, with whoever, your higher consciousness, your relationship. But understanding there's something you're wanting to do or some next step, there's got to be something that you have to let go of to expand into this new thought and this new way of thinking. So be open. Wow. Okay. And then we have peace. Archangel Azrael, release the past. Notice how we have a thing of come to grips with the past here. Mentally, the Archangel Azrael is saying, release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. Give it up. You may not understand it. You may not know why or whatnot, but if it's no longer serving your purpose, it's time to let it go. And whatever this idea is, it will be able to come to fruition and you will be able to act on it. All right.
Great. Well, that's interesting because I've got the Six of Pentacles and the Page of Cups.
Wow. Okay. There we go.
So again, young, fresh, new energy in the Page of Cups. I feel like there's something coming in for you. And so be open to what's being offered to you. It's something maybe that you're not very familiar with, but that intrigues you and that you're interested in. And that you really, need to just focus on moving on to something a little bit better than where you're at. So my message is definitely be open to what's happening around you. Listen, something's going to probably come across you that you're like, that piques my interest. I don't know anything about it. I'd be more interested in learning about it. And the other, my animal card is parrot spirit. Watch your words. So be careful of your self-talk. Just because you hear somebody say something, don't say, oh, I could never do that. I'll never be able to do that. I wish I could do that. Your self-talk should be, you know what? That's a great idea. I can do that. I'm able to do that. I'm going to go and try and capitalize off that, or whatever it is. I'm going to start making the movements towards whatever that thing is. Right. And it should be good. I think you're going to come off good. Yeah. And it's, again, 8 of Wands. So whatever it is, it's moving. It's coming at you.
Yeah, it's going to be moving quick.
Yeah.
So making sure, but it's a lot of this has to do with your mindset.
Yep.
And the way you communicate. It's going to be key.
Yep. I agree.
Well, thank you very much. All right, everybody. Well, that was a quick, man, we're an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And so that time went by quick. Thank you for being here. Let us know what you felt about a Saturday show, different things. We're looking at different things. I want to bring something new, some different perspectives. Brigitte, I know Cynthia had asked in one of the like on a Wednesday, or maybe we could do it on a Saturday. I had talked about doing some different classes about different things. And, I've done one before on pendulums. You and I do pendulums and we love them so much. Maybe next Wednesday or next Saturday, we can do a pendulum 101 course. It's not going to be the answer all and be in for hours, but maybe we could do some readings using pendulums, and we can talk about how you use them in different ways. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I would. I would be very, very interested. I'm looking, I know I hold up my pendulum, but I also have a little disc that, has words on it where I can hold it over the pendulum and it,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And it'll swing towards whatever that is. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I would be interested. Yeah, I would be open to doing that. Let me know what is best for you.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So right now I'm thinking either Wednesday or Saturday. Okay. So y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you'll notify when we're done. But we're going to do it either Wednesday or Saturday. We have to look at calendars because I just spit this out of the top of my head. But yes. And you know what? If y'all have questions before then, send in your questions, tarotwithanattitude@gmail.com, because I don't want to go through this and somebody had a question and we could have formulated things for you around it or whatnot. I'll even try to get some different things. Some people use these charts. Yes, no, maybe, things like that. I'll try to have some of those where I can upload them or something somehow. And I generally don't use them. Yep, there you go. Different things like this. And, they work. They work. So, yeah, let's plan that. That'll be fun. So, Miss Cynthia, you asked, we answered. Here we go. It'll be this week, coming week, Wednesday or Saturday. We'll figure it out, but we'll put it out for everybody.
This is my email up here. So if you want to, you can email me the question and I can collaborate with Rob too. Whatever works.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't mind answering questions, folks. We actually like answering questions. So don't be afraid to just send us, hey, Rob, I got a question. Okay. About tarot, about whatnot. Check my link tree out. Gillian and I have books in there about manifesting, all kinds of different things. Gillian's got books in there about radiation treatments and what to expect, and a journal from things she's gone through her life. So we've got a lot of information in my link tree down below. Brigitte, reach out. You know what? This is the woman when I need a question answered and Gillian and I are too close to it. This is my go-to. Sometimes we were talking earlier, maybe we're a little too close to each other at times. All right. But one thing is, I can always reach out and say, hey, I got this issue and here's what I got. What do you see about it? She won't even.
Pretty good if we don't discuss it beforehand.
Yeah.
If you just call me out of the blue and be like, I need you to do. But if we've had conversation beforehand, it's hard for me not to let my personal opinion bleed in.
Right.
So.
Absolutely. So everybody, thank you again for being here with us on this Saturday. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. We got July coming up. So Monday night, 8:30, we will talk about what's up for July. I think we started out and then everybody finally started asking some questions, and I'm glad you did. All right. So let's talk Monday night about July, what's coming for us in July, and let's see what's happening. Brigitte, have you got anything else you want to talk about or say before we?
No, I think I'm good. All
good. Right.
I got stuff. So I have stuff I'm working on too. I'm just not there yet. So when I get it out there, I'll let you guys know.
All right. Great. Fantastic. All right, everybody. Remember, as always, like, subscribe, share being a big one. Okay. But take what you want. Leave what you don't. It's okay. But leave having experienced some peace, love, and light. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bangarang.